This is Hash Pipe by Weezer, lyrics by Rivers Cuomo. I'm going to turn around because that's what all the great impressionists do before they start their impression. That's what Arsenio Hall did. Whoa, do 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 do, come on and kick me, do 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 do, whoa, do 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 do, come on and kick me, whoa, whoa, come on and kick me, whoa, whoa, you've got your problems, whoa, whoa, I got my eyes wide. Whoa, whoa, you got your big G's. I got my hash pipe.
And oop.
Hey, chat. How are you? Sighs defeatedly. So, I make Java every day for Carolyn on the weekdays and myself and Carolyn on the weekends. Every morning around 2:30 a.m., I get the grounds, I get the filter, I get the H2O, and I program it for 6 a.m., even though she wakes up a little later than that, but I program it for 6 a.m. to start a brewing. And timer goes off at 6 a.m. She wakes up to a hot pot of coffee. And then on the weekends is what I really love, because 5 a.m.-ish, I'll brew a whole pot of 12 cups, 12 full cups that put hair on your chest. And I drink 3 to 4 mugs. I open the windows. I enjoy the cool, crisp breeze and think, today I gotta scoop Frankie's poop. But Sunday, our coffee maker broke. No funciona. And I was like, okay. And this was 5:30 a.m.-ish. So I'm Googling, I'm Redditing, I'm whatevering. And when you would press the brew button, it would go beep, beep, beep. So it knew something was wrong, but there was nothing. I have no idea what was wrong. So I pull off the carafe, dump the water, new water, put the coffee filter back in there, unplug, replug. Did you restart your modem, sir? Still beep, beep, beep whenever I press the brew button. So there was nothing wrong that I could see on my end that I could easily diagnose. I went on Reddit and someone said, unscrew the bottom and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be out here unscrewing no bottom from no coffee maker. Okay. Miss me with that. So I was like, well, I'll just buy a new coffee maker. This one's been having problems here and there. Not too often, but once every few months it doesn't brew or something malfunctions. So it's been long in the tooth. We've had it about 5 years, give or take. So I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll head to the Walmart Sunday morning, 6 a.m. But first I went to 7-Eleven to get a real pot of coffee. I used to go there somewhat frequently. And I remember they had a blueberry coffee. And that's what I got. Blueberry crisp this time. It's excellent. I recently went to AM/PM. Just because I've been wanting to do something besides Starbucks. $5 at Starbucks. I'd rather spend $2 at a gas station for coffee, just to while away my hours in this one precious fleeting life. AM/PM, it might have been the brew or the beans, or I don't know, it was terrible. But the 7-Eleven coffee was exactly as I remember, super yummy. $2.79 for an extra large, a little high, but it was a lot of Joe, and I enjoyed it at 6:30 a.m.-ish. So I head on over to Walmart, or as Grandma Teen pronounces it, Walmart. Get to the coffee makers section. Carolyn won't let us get a Keurig due to waste, and that's fine, but I also don't want a Keurig because I love the romance of having a hot pot of fresh coffee brewing up and just sitting there hot, ready for you, just like in the movies. I'd gone to Walmart.com before I left, just to get an idea of what was out there, the prices, the brands, etc., etc. There's some cool coffee makers out there, a couple $100, even the ones that are $50, $80. Really cool looking, different colors. I wanted something different. But in the end, I just went with the Mainstays brand, which is Walmart's in-house generic off-brand brand, and it's fine. It does the job. It's the great value of the home section. They had two models of the white Mainstays, and I got white because they had black, but I just wanted to do something different. We've had black. Black gets lost in our dark walnut, masculine-driven kitchen. So I wanted to do something different, and for it to stand out. So I got the white Mainstays coffee maker. They had the $16 edition and the $24 edition. The $16 edition, there was no program. You couldn't set it to start brewing at 9 a.m. or whatever. It just had one button, baroo, that you press, and it starts doing its thing. The upscale Mainstays, that's an oxymoron. $8 more, $24 for programmable, so I could hit the brew for later button so Carolyn can wake up to it at 6 a.m. on weekdays. And it was $8 more. And I said, baby, you're worth an additional $8 to me, baby. So I grab it, come home, unbox it, load it up, get all the cardboard, all the plastic off, brew up a fresh pot of Joe. And that commercial wasn't lying, okay? The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. We're currently using the Pete's Major Dickinson's blend brand, whatever. But yeah, it was rolling, it was going. Poured myself a cup. I was like, all right, we're back, baby. So Carolyn rises from her slumber, and I tell her my whole morning what had happened. And so I'm sitting there drinking my coffee, all proud, and I pour her a cup, happy to indulge her right when she wakes up. She wakes up to coffee and kisses, okay, and some jokes sometimes too. I mean, does life get any better? So I pour her a cup and I set it down on her nightstand. She goes, Lolo, did you run a cycle of water through it first? And I thought, what do you want to hear? What do you want me to say? What do you want from me, woman? And I said, well, maybe not. Maybe not. Why? What's wrong? And she says, well, you're supposed to run a cycle of water through it first to make sure all the holes are holing and the pipes are piping. And I said, yeah, I know, but I didn't. I know what I'm supposed to do, but I ain't. And I'm already drinking a cup. I haven't died, okay? She's like my queen. And I'm her official food tester to make sure she doesn't get poisoned. I eat and drink things first. But I said, okay, honey, you may have won this round, but I will win the battle. I mean the war. So I dump everything out begrudgingly, get a new pot going. And I serve it up to her, and I said, here, my queen, my lady, here's your fresh new pot of coffee. And she tastes it, and she goes, it tastes the same. And I was like, what? And she said, I was hoping it'd taste better. And I was like, it's still just a regular drip coffee machine. If you want to buy some whole beans from Temple, get to grinding like the clips. And you want to buy a $400 coffee machine for better coffee, we can do that too, honey. Whatever you want, whatever makes you happy. So we went to the grocery outlet bargain market on Saturday, the gross out, as we lovingly refer to it. Saturday morning, just waking up with the hangover, feeling like a funk. Domino, everyone. And I see a 40-ounce bag of lightly salted Blue Diamond almonds for $10. I was like, ooh, that's really good. Now, I like the heavily salted almonds or the normally salted almonds. Lightly, they do 40 milligrams of sodium. There's nothing there for me, man. I need at least 80, preferably 90, 200 for taste and pleasure. But whatever, this is a gross out. Beggars can't be choosers. Any port in a storm, 40 OZ bag, $10. I instantly recognize it. Like, I done seen this at Costco. So I dial up the Costco app. Yep, lo and behold, it's the same bag, 40 ounces, Blue Diamonds, lightly salted at Costco, $16. Huge savings at the gross out. So I take a picture, I send it to my mom to shove it in her face. That Costco is not the be-all, end-all when it comes to retail. Mom and pup grocery stores like GOBM deserve room to operate too. That's all I'm saying. She replies, how many ounces, 16 or 24? Oh, jeez. She's acting like I didn't check the price per OZ. What is this, amateur hour? I said 40 ounce, like a bottle of St. Ides, woman. And then she said, you need to look at the expiration date. And I said, oh, first of all, almonds don't expire. But if you must know, in an attempt to disparage my joy and my haul the way you've been disparaging me my entire life, they expire June 2027. And then she says, just don't buy too many. Is 16 pallets too many? Could have just said, nice find, son. Okay, I think I'm done. Take care. Brush your hair. Peace out. I'm outie. 5,000 G money. Gotta go. Late. See ya. Fiend. I'm texting you. I'm paging you up on your pager. And I'm typing into the dial pad. 143-823-637. I'm making a heart with my hands. And it's beating like Patrick Swayze in Dirty Dancing. Gugong. Gugong. Gugong.